Now I'm going to get into my second segment here, and it's if the NFL draft started today, who are the 3 top players that the Raiders would target? So the Raiders, if the draft started literally today, would have the 3rd overall pick. They played the 49ers in Week 9. Why is that a big deal? Well, the Bay Area game, which y'all have been going crazy over. And if the Raiders win this game, then the 49ers definitely have pick 2, and the Raiders have pick 3. So I've kind of said it before. In terms of long term, wouldn't really mind if the Raiders lost this game, but the Raiders do have 3 first-round picks, 1 in the really early top 3 as of right now, and then 2 in the middle rounds. Shout out to BetDSI for hooking us up here at Chat Sports with the best promo code on the internet. I challenge you to find a better promo code. Guess why? Because you're not going to find one. You're going to go to chatsports.com/bet. You're going to use promo code LIVE120 for 120% deposit bonus. What does that mean? Put down $50, you're going to get $60 for free. Bet on NFL games, bet on the Raiders, plus getting free money from BetDSI, chatsports.com/bet. Now let's look at some top targets for the Raiders. This first one's going to be controversial. I understand. If Justin Herbert comes out, I think he's by far the best quarterback that's going to come out in this draft. And the only way that the Raiders target Herbert is if they plan to move on from Derek Carr, who, if they do plan to move on from Derek Carr, would save them $15 million against the cap. Herbert, when you look at just the overall physique of what an NFL quarterback looks like, I think Herbert's got it. He's tall. He's 233 pounds. He's had a good college career, and he's one of the top Heisman candidates here at Chat Sports. I mean, 2,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He's carrying that Ducks offense. Sure, they didn't look so good last week, but ultimately, I think that he could end up doing pretty well in Oakland. Herbert is a player that I like a lot, but he's number 3 on my list. The next player that I would love for the Raiders to target is Ed Oliver. And if you watch my rumors segment, I gave a lot of reasons why I like Ed Oliver. He is a defensive tackle out of Houston. He's had 51 tackles this year, 3 sacks. He's just an interior defender who's just going to get after the quarterback. He's going to stop the run. He's just a big, nasty dude up front who gives it his all every single play, a true Gruden grinder. And if he's on the board, look for the Raiders to end up targeting him because I think there's only one more player. There's only one other player that ultimately the Raiders, I think, would consider taking over an Ed Oliver, taking over a Herbert. And it's the top player on my board personally, because when I'm looking at my board, there's one guy who just stands above everybody else in terms of defensive player, and it's Nick Bosa. I love Nick Bosa. I think he's an absolute stud when you're looking at the position. Sure, this is a super deep class in terms of defensive players, but why do I love Nick Bosa so much? So, and just in terms of the pass rush, we all know that the Raiders are struggling to get after the quarterback. They're struggling to stop the run. Heck, their defense is just struggling in general. And when you can add a player of Nick Bosa's caliber right away to your defense, that's a huge uplift. I mean, since Khalil Mack's gone, we already struggled getting pressure on the quarterback last year. And since Mack's gone, it's just been quarterbacks have all day to throw. And then you insert Nick Bosa, he's going to be able to get after the quarterback. It's a quarterback-driven league. Sure, he might get a personal foul like Brown did this past week, but Bosa is an absolute stud, and he's my top pick for the Raiders in 2019. But I want to know from you, who do you want the Raiders to draft with their first pick in the 2019 NFL Draft? Do you like Ed Oliver? Do you like Herbert? Do you like Bosa? I want you to type below, comment below. If you're on Facebook, hit me up. If you're on Twitter, DM me. Literally any way you want to let me know. Who should Oakland draft with their first pick in the 2019 NFL Draft?